Yeah, I didn't press the same button twice, but I think there was only two things. There was only two things.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Maybe we could do this with a bucket? I don't know if we tried it with a bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I mean, you can try it again in a bit. I just want to try mannequin wife thing. I don't remember if we did it or not.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Because I'm pretty sure.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Pretty sure we went that way a lot. Down the danger thing. Didn't have finished me? I think so.
Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
See what you're doing, voice man. You're trying to make me.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Make me listen to you by using the bucket. It's very rude.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
I don't understand why voice man hates the bucket so much. It's fancy. Oh, there's pictures of buckets. Okay. Has music. Hi, bucket. Oh no, my mannequin wife has been replaced by the bucket.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Rude. It's not true. Press it. Hi, bucket.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
No?
To see him delusional like this,
I'm not
obsessing
delusional.
over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Bucket, they're trying to tear us apart.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket.
No.
It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't understand. This bucket means everything to me. You shouldn't have given me stamps. Don't listen to the loud man.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket.
Yes?
You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Don't listen to him.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You're not allowed him. He's mine. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Go back home. Yes.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Live the same day with me over and over. God, it's Monica again. Monica has become the
my
bucket.
God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings.
No.
For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
How romantic is this? Oh, this frying pan. What's this there? Bucket, me and you forever.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
Close the door.
I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
He's mine. Go to work, Stanley. No, don't take my bucket. What haven't we done? What have we done? I'm so confused. There's got to be a way to get this bucket to safety. That's the only thing I care about.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
It's my
Stanley
life's
decided to go
mission
to
now.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Which ways have we gone? We've gone down. We got crushed. We tried the mannequin wife. It just replaced it with the bucket. We tried leaving, just naturally, it wouldn't let me. I know, he hates the bucket. I don't understand why. He gave it to me, and I was jealous of me. Maybe we can do that with the bucket. Let me.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Because if I can press this with the bucket, it might give me, instead of the buttons ending, it might give me something different. I don't know.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office. because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Rude, I do.
Stanley clutched
Sure,
the
we're
bucket
exhausted
tightly to his
every
chest
option.
and entered the door on his left.
If only we could get the adventure line that would open up all that back bit, but I don't remember how we freaking did that in the first place. I don't even know how we got on the Stanley Parable too. Like, I don't... Send help. I think we've exhausted every option down here. I'm pretty sure. Went that way. The mannequin wife. There's only 2 ways we can go that way. There's only 2 ways we can go this way. No, 3 ways because they're down, but then it turns into that lady that mocks me with a bucket. God.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
See, we were able to get over there, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how we got the adventure line with the crappy music. Very loud music. It's not possible. It is
And here
possible.
it was. Had the
It's
bucket
got to be
turned out to be
possible.
correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
We're just missing something.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So straight ahead takes us to the meeting room. We went down there. We've gone down there. We exhausted all options down here as well, I'm pretty sure.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
We've
Go to
gone
the cargo
over
lift.
there. I don't think we can get through that door. Done, wifey. I could attempt to jump down again, but I think that just flat out kills me. How the frick do I get over there? Oh, there's a ramp. New territory? God. Bucket, hold me. New territory?
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines.
My dear
None of us
parents, it's
can.
okay, be safe, don't go outside, don't panic, don't eat yellow snow, make sure you got some water in the kettle, candles, and, a book. Some description. Maybe go harvest some stick trees outside just in case of survival situations. This is a new area. Don't think we can jump down there. I think that's too high. Candles in a frying pan, yes. To make it very romantic. Can't jump, so I can't, like, eat it over there. I'm just thinking I can make it down there, but I probably can't. Let's go have a look in this vent. We haven't been in this vent. We try mad ladding it? Does this go? Very dark. I'll use that to enhance romance in the future. Well, when it works, you can thank me. And if it doesn't work, I don't want to hear about it. She's just not the one. Where am I? Set tapes. Narrator dialogue? What the fuck? Bucket? Oh, it's the table. Look everywhere. Use the telephone. Lost cat. There is a reward. Jean. There's a lost cat. Kitty. Kitty. That never works, by the way. Checking. Where? Evidence 252.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
Camporata? What? Bucket, I thought we had it. I really thought we had it. I thought we had it that time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright. I'm getting this bucket a freaking happy ending if it breaks my brain in two. I can
Stanley went around
more
touching every little thing in the office, but it
my
didn't
life.
make a single difference. A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
Stop trying to sweet talk my bucket.
Stanley
You hated him
clicked on
like 5 minutes
literally
ago.
every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Doesn't pick up well on cues from my environment. plant. That's an environment thing. There's a picture of a plant here. I'm like full sending it into madness, I think. Potentially.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was
We're
not
going to
the
try
direct way
something
to the meeting
absolutely
room,
insane.
but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it
Can I
truly
fill it up with
was.
soda?
How insightful the bucket
Maybe that's what I've
turned
got
out
to do. I've
be.
got to find something to fill the bucket, then the bucket will be happy.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Right? Let's see if I can drop down. Looks still like a far way down though. Trying to see if there's anything I could potentially like jump down on. Skyrim it, like use ledges to like catch myself potentially. Think there is any. Sucks not having a jump button. I don't think we're gonna make it, but gotta try. So I can jump down on. Shit. I mean, what is this warehouse? I mean, don't think I'm gonna make it, but worth a try, right? Let's get right to the edge, bucket. Just me and you.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
God damn it. Hate you.